So, hey, welcome to the podcast Pixelwand, where we host podcasts around building SaaS products, how you can validate the SaaS product, market the SaaS product, and scale the SaaS product. And today I'm gonna host the podcast where we are gonna talk about how you can build a successful SaaS product. So, for discussing about it, we have our special guest with us, and Swapnil. So, hi Swapnil, welcome to the podcast.
Thank you so much, Dipendra, for inviting me. It's my pleasure to be here and speaking about SaaS product. And yeah, excited to answer all the questions.
Yeah, definitely. I would start with the first question. Please share your journey and milestones and challenges you have faced while building SaaS products.
Sure. So there were many challenges, and still today, like when I'm building the SaaS product that I'm currently working on, which is Get to Data, there are still challenges that I'm facing every day. But yeah, the major challenge when I started out building my first SaaS product was I did not have any experience building web products that users can use like that others ship and scalable SaaS products. I did not have any experience in that, and so building that base like authentication, payments, then features as well. So it was first of all a little bit scary for me, and I was not sure if I'm gonna be able to do it or not, or how much time it's gonna take me. But then still, like after researching and all, I just got started with each and every part and completed each and every part, and uh, that's how I got started with it. And that was a challenge. That was a challenging aspect of building my first SaaS product. But yeah, still today, like when I'm building new features, which are challenging, of course, and I have that idea in mind, and converting that idea to a reality uh, that solves a problem for other users through my product. That's a challenge as well. Each feature that I'm building, and so yeah, there are various challenges that we or you will see when you are building SaaS products, which can be like building features. Getting users is also another challenge. Like if you have built a great product, still marketing it is another challenge. Taking it in front of users, then talking with them, uh, and yeah, so there are various challenges. And but yeah, after like when you solve each and every challenge, you will learn a lot from it. So yeah.
Yeah, I think you have mentioned one of the important thing like adding more features into existing product. So like how do you decide like this feature should be added into the product or not? Or is it from the user feedback or just you observe like we should add this particular feature? So how do you do that?
So it for me it personally depends on, like if I am the user of my own product, then I will see like what are the features that I would personally want. And it's also combination of what the other successful products that there are in the market are doing, and seeing what features they are offering to the users, and uh, seeing the need in the market, like how the minimum amount of features can solve a problem of users. So that's what I look into. And like for building an MVP, I just see like the minimum amount of features that are needed for uh, that will make the user maybe pay for the product or use the product actively. So yeah, that's what I look into, combination of like looking at the competitors and my own personal need. And if I see if it's useful, then I add it to the product.
No, that's awesome. I mean, one of the most important question that I always ask by so many users, like why you entered into the space of SaaS industry and you are just building SaaS products. And I'm like, yeah, this is actually one of the most interesting industry for startups. Like I was reading somewhere like at YC Combinator, and they were saying like, hey, our top 30, like top 100 companies, filled with 31% from SaaS industry. And I was shocked, like, hey, we are like in the right direction, building the SaaS product. So that's why just we are just trying to get into more SaaS building SaaS products. So what was your motivation behind like entering into SaaS industry and building the SaaS product. So like
Sure, that's a great question. So personally, the motivation or the need for me to create a SaaS product was like started when I personally learned programming itself. First of all, I noticed that when I sit in front of a laptop, I do not get bored even if I sit for like 10 to 12 hours, 12 hours. So I knew I am gonna do something in tech related thing, something related to programming or just doing something on computer. Then when I started learning programming, I always wanted to build something of my own, which can add value to other people's life, and also I can make my living out of it. So these were two things that I already had in mind, and since I knew that my passion is in tech, so I'm gonna do and build something in tech. Now, when I started learning programming, I got into freelancing to get real world experience, like for understanding the use of programming. I was learning Python at that time, in my college time, and uh, at that time, I was doing projects that were shown on web, but still, for I did not have any real world experience. For gaining that, I started learning, knowing more about freelancing, and I deep dived into it, and I started doing freelancing for other clients through platforms like Upwork and Fiverr. Then after gaining some experience in programming, I had that idea in my mind, like I have to do something with my tech skills that uh, like uh, like bringing my ideas to reality from my projects, and people can use it. So I started researching more about like how can I do it, and how like people create business online. So there are various things that I saw, like it was not just SaaS, it was like drop shipping, uh, then many other things, like crypto was also there, but that's a loss making thing for has been for me, so I do not talk much about it. But yeah, drop shipping was also there. I explored that, I explored different things. And but yeah, finally SaaS also, I heard about SaaS, and then I started knowing more about it, like how successful startup founders have built their own SaaS product and have taken it from zero to like 10,000 MRR, 1,000 MRR, and more, like different SaaS founders. And it also does not require much investment to start. You just can start from like $100 itself is like much more enough. So I thought this is a great way to build your own thing, and that's when I started knowing more about it, started researching more about it, and like how it can be built, how it can be marketed, and what type of SaaS products should I build. So I started researching more and started collecting my ideas on a simple note app, like what are the things that I can build, and then just like saw from my ideas like what should I build now, and just got started with it.
yeah, so you have mentioned like you come from a tech background, and for a person who is coming from background, is like very difficult. Like a person like people like me who is coming from background, things like, hey, we should add this feature, this feature, this feature, and after completing all the features, we should launch the product. But after a failure, making failures with some products, we decided like let's start doing market when we start building the product. So how, you know, you were having the same thought when you started working on your first SaaS product, or you were using some other strategy for it?
So about features, right? Building features.
Yeah.
So like when built my first SaaS product, like about speaking about failures, first of all, from my research and like while I was studying the things that I needed to build a SaaS, I was also researching like other successful founders, and I knew that failure is gonna be there, like in my while I'm building the products, because I from my research I saw that founders have failed their first 20 SaaS products. They have built it for like 2 to 3 years, 20 SaaS products, and not even one of them worked. And then the 21st SaaS product made a like changed their life, and it's doing like now $100,000 dollar MRR, which is a huge amount. And so I knew like failure is gonna be there, and I just have to stick until like I get my successful SaaS product. So it was like okay with me. And also like each of the failure will teach you something. uh, when you fail with your first SaaS product, you can use just the templates that you created for building your first SaaS product in your second SaaS product. So that's okay. Like you failed, you have to get over it. But then the second time you build it, it's gonna be faster, and then you're also gonna learn the things that you learned from your first failure. So that's okay, I think. While building the features and launching the product, I always think like what are the minimum amount of features that I can build for users that's gonna make them either pay for the product or make it like use the product. And just trying to build those minimum features and launching it as soon as possible. So that's my main idea behind building the MVP of the SaaS product. So that's how I get started.
Yeah, so like who is your favorite SaaS founder on the Twitter?
There are obviously many, but one that stands out is like for me is like Simon Hoiberg. He's the founder of FeedHive. Then he has launched like many SaaS products now. Like latest one is like Aidbase, I think. Yeah, Aidbase
Something
is his
like that.
latest SaaS product. Yeah, and he like yeah he's also a YouTuber. He creates great content on YouTube related everything related to SaaS products. So definitely learned a lot from him. So yeah, he's my
Yeah,
favorite. Then
even I follow Simon.
yeah,
Yeah, and
there are
one more person I mentioned, like Peter.
yeah Peter Levels, right?
Yeah, he launched around 75 SaaS products. That's
Yeah, exactly. And
and
Levi also there. I think
his
he
name
also
is
creates similar
Peter.
content.
His name is Peter, actually.
Oh no, I think there is one more who creates great AI related products. Uh, he competes like they both are friends with Peter and this person. So let me see. Level CEO, is it that one is Peter, right?
Yeah.
And there is one more, I think I do not remember his exact name, but yeah, he also
Eh,
makes AI related SaaS products.
So like Peter is just successful with 5 to 6
Hmm.
products and just made around 75 SaaS products. And
Yeah,
it's just a learning lesson for SaaS founders. Like, yeah, you have to make a lot of products, and you are just gonna be successful with only few products. And these, like those products are gonna change your life or like change your
exactly.
team life.
Right, that's right.
Yeah. So, what is your like ideal approach for finding, like identifying the market need and validating the SaaS product before working on the development side?
Sure. So for finding the ideas, I personally build only those projects that myself is gonna use. I'm gonna be my first customer for the product, and even if like others do not find it useful, I'm gonna find it useful and it can add value to my life. But then I also see like the existing tools that are present in the market. So if I have any idea that's gonna solve my own problem, so I also see like are there products there in the market which are similar to my idea. And if there are the products existing in the market, similar products existing, then it's actually a good sign, because it confirms the market like there is a need for the specific idea or specific problem solving app. And I also see like how much are the other products earning or making per month, their MRR. Then I also see like what are the things that I can make in my own app that's gonna differentiate me from this, and it's gonna like solve, even like it's gonna be better for the users as well. So like a unique selling point for that I can add in my app. So for like my first product, which was Tromodoro, which actually failed. I have now made it free. But the idea, how I got it, how I got that specific idea is like I saw like I was using a Pomodoro app online, and I saw like it was not very efficient. Like it did not have many features. Like I like to listen to songs sometimes when I'm coding, so it does not have any Spotify integrations. I have to on that Spotify separately. Then it does not have any website blocker and other like small features like this. And it does not have, it just have a one timer and does not have more timers customizable timers in that specific app. So I thought like I can do much better than this. And I also saw like that the specific app was making around 2000 MRR, even though it does not have many features. So I thought, okay, let's try to build more better product than this and see if it works or not. And I actually made that. I added Spotify integration in Tromodoro. I added two timers, different timers based on your needs. Then I added website blocker app and similar more features, and I marketed it. The thing was, it was a good product, but it was not a major problem solving product. It was like a nice to have product, you can say. So that's why I did not get, I think, any paid customers. Another reason can be like I did not market it much. It requires a lot of marketing when you're building a nice to have product. And when it's a problem solving product, it becomes easy to make it reach it in front of the customers, like a paying customers. But yeah, like that's how I got the idea for my first SaaS product. And I learned from the mistakes. And the second SaaS product that I launched was like a big problem solving product. And I think that's the reason it's doing some sales continuously, and I'm working more on it.
Yeah, you have mentioned two things. One is like nice to have a product, and second thing is like solving the customer problem. So when you are just starting out, making the idea of building a SaaS product, how we can differentiate between those two things, like nice to have a product and second one is solving the customer problem. So what is your go-to approach, like finding those differences?
Sure. So it actually depends. Like sometimes nice to have products also do really well. But yeah, like it should be like a really cool product that like if someone sees it, like they will say like, okay, this is really cool. I need to try this out. And even though it's a nice to have product, like I can try spend some money on this for trying this out. But then yeah, so you have to it depends on the idea, I will say. Problem solving product, like you can guess it from the idea. Like if people are like looking for the solution for it in the market, like a data extraction tool, like people need data for data analysis, like companies need data for data analysis and solving the problem. You're solving the problem of maybe marketing, you can say, or specific different problems are there. You are solving those in the development side, in the tech side, uh, or like other problems, general problems as well.
Mhm.
Nice
Yeah.
to have product is one, like if even if you do not use the product, person is still okay with it. They are living their life normally and that's it. Like they are not stuck on one specific thing. People, like it's a problem solving product if people are stuck on it and your product is helping them solve it, and then they get to the next step. That's, you can say, it's a problem solving product. And the problem solving product are like more easy to sell comparatively than nice to have products, I will say.
Yeah, that's why I mean many founders are trying to build problem-solving products like than building a nice to have products.
Exactly.
Yeah, so what framework and the tech stack you use for building SaaS products? One of the most asked questions from the SaaS founders.
Sure. So, but yeah, before sharing my tech stack, I will say like uh, use your own tech stack, like for building your own SaaS products. If you know something already which is different than mine, then use it. Customers do not care much about the tech stack; they care about the problem that you are solving with your app. And it does not matter if you use React or Angular. Front end is gonna be like same. After all, you can achieve same things with the tech stack. So use the tech stack that you know to build SaaS products. Now coming to my tech stack, my own tech stack that I use is, for front end I use React, Next.js to be accurate, then SCSS, CSS for styling. Then I use Figma for design. That's front end related things. Now coming to the back end, I use AWS serverless. In AWS serverless specific, I use Lambda functions. I do not store the like Node.js or Express code on like the server. I create Lambda functions for each and every feature. And yeah, of course, in AWS Lambda, I use Node.js Express. I, of, I also use Python in some of the Lambda functions. Then I use AWS Cognito for authentication. So building your own authentication system is like really tough and it will take a lot of your time. So instead, you can use something like AWS Cognito, which I personally use as well, or Google Firebase is also there. With AWS, if you are using AWS Cognito, you can use AWS Amplify, which will speed up your work, connecting work. Then DynamoDB for database, which is again AWS related. It's a NoSQL database, so it will really speed up the things for you, and it's again serverless. Then for payments, for my first SaaS product, I use Stripe, but then for my second SaaS product, I'm using Lemon Squeezy from now on, because Lemon Squeezy is like I really like the UI of it, and it's really easy to set it up. Then it also handles the taxes for you, so that's an added advantage. But yeah, this is my overall tech stack that I use for my SaaS products.
So, sorry. Yeah, so I think you like you mentioned you use a Stripe for your first product, then Lemon is Squeezy. So,
Hmm.
I mean, we see like a lot of successful SaaS founders uses like Stripe,
Hmm.
and you are using Lemon Squeezy, like talking about UI and handling the tax stuff. But if you are a company like a registered private company in India, what should like which is the best platform to use, Stripe or Lemon Squeezy or any other platform?
Uh, for me, it's okay. Like you use any one of them. Seeing that you have properly set it up. But yeah, like from my own experience, I found Stripe to be a little Stripe a little hard to set it up the first time, because there are a lot of things and a lot of documentations present in Stripe, and you can configure every small detail in it. And Lemon Squeezy, on other hand, it only has the important stuff. It does not have that small configuration. So if you are someone who needs very small configurations in their SaaS product related to payments, so I think Stripe would be a good choice for you. But then if you are someone who is just starting out and want to start handling payments as fast as possible without worrying much about like setting up small details, then Lemon Squeezy would be good for you. But yeah, if you're starting it first time, I would recommend you using Lemon Squeezy, because like also one more thing in Stripe is like if you are taking payments out of India, you have to add an exact complete address details of it, without which it does not Stripe does not allow you to take the payments, and it fails. And like the custom setup for handling that is a little tough in Stripe. But yeah, like the amount of features in Stripe are like more than Lemon Squeezy, so it depends on your need.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, we use around four payment gateway: Stripe, Lemon Squeezy, Paddle, and Razorpay. And the best one I would say like Stripe and Lemon Squeezy. Paddle is really difficult with the documentation part. We implemented for the first product and it was, I mean, really like very challenging for us. So right now we are trying to shift to Stripe and Lemon Squeezy and gonna use Lemon Squeezy for the next product. Yeah, and looking like you are saying, like it's really, good documentation and good UI UX and very easy to use. I think this is gonna be our one of the favorite payment gateway from now. So yeah,
Yeah.
taking your feedback.
Yeah, also, but yeah, one thing that I do not like much about Lemon Squeeze is they take a lot of time to activate your store. So that's one thing, con I will say. But yeah, you have to just ping them up continuously and they will activate your store. But yeah, that's a disadvantage. But other
Okay.
than that, it's good.
Yeah, and one more thing, like you talked about AWS credit. I applied for it from
Hmm.
Pixelwand and we got the credit of $1,000.
Oh, nice. That's nice.
Yeah, so please talk about it so other founders can also benefit from it.
Sure, definitely. Like I also received some more messages like how to get those credits, and yeah, I personally learned it from like Simon Hoiberg, the person who I just mentioned some time ago, and he shared this in one of his like YouTube video. So I learned it from there and I applied it and I got the credits as well. So I shared it on Twitter as well. So yeah, credits to him.
Mm. Definitely. And from me, credits to Swapnil. And we talked about building a successful SaaS product, the priority should be the problem solving of a customer, like solving the pain points, understanding the pain points, and solving the those problems. So, how do you decide set up the priority of pain points of a customer?
So yeah, I basically think of the minimum, like again, the minimum features, the three features that I can build that will solve the problem of the users. Uh, I do not worry much about what other competitors have built so many features. I just try to see like what are the three most important features uh, that the product needs, and that's gonna make the user pay for the product. And I just go on and building those products and seeing, uh, hearing from the users. Also, like feedback is really essential. Uh, when you have launched the product, or when you are like showing it in front of the your friends, or like on Twitter, you can hear from the from the people, like what are the features that they would want in your product. So that can also help you to prioritize the features that you want, that you can add to your product. But yeah, just build those minimum amount of features that you personally think, three features I will say. And when you have built those, and when you have launched the MVP, then from there on you can start seeing and hearing from the users, and then prioritizing what features should you build next.
Yeah, so what were the three important lessons that you have learned from building your first SaaS product from like tech point of view, marketing, or getting the customers?
So my first SaaS product was like Tromodoro, which was like a failure. But yeah, I learned a lot from it as well. So three learnings from it. I'm not sure three would be there, but yeah, first one, main one is like do not build much nice to have product. So that's one learning from it. Nice to have products are difficult to sell, and also like difficult to scale as well. And you have that doubt in mind that will it ever make money. Second is start launching as soon as possible. Start think of the minimum amount of features that you can build and show it in front of the users, and see if there is an actual need for it. Validating the idea. So an idea gets validated only when you start making revenue from it, because like you wouldn't want to build an app for like 1 year or 2 year, and then you will see like there is no need in the market for that specific app, or it's not solving that big problem. So that's the second thing, like validating the idea by launching it in front of the users and customers and seeing. The third thing is focusing various trying out various ways of marketing, not focusing just on one specific channel, because like your product, you may be launching on Twitter, but then your product or user base is on some different channel, and you will get that only when you start exploring different marketing channels. It can be through SEO, so you can get your users through SEO. You can launch a product hunt and see what is the attention that you get from the users, and get their feedback. So yeah, these are some of the things that I learned from my first SaaS product, and yeah, I implemented those in the second one.
Yeah, so you mentioned like launching the product on Product Hunt. So don't you think like there is a problem with Product Hunt, like quality control?
So one problem with product hunt is like when you launch it, you will see an initial spike in the users that you get from there, uh, and that may help you validate the idea. Like are the users converting to paid customers, and are the users really liking the product or not? But then yeah, it's like one time thing, and it helps you to validate the idea. So from there on, like after that, I will say like it's you will still get a little bit of customers, but it won't be a consistent users. So from there on, you should focus on other distribution channels, like SEO, Twitter, and others as well. Like there is one complete book on it for marketing channels. I do not exactly remember the name, but yeah, you can refer to other books and see what are the various channels that you can use to market your product.
Yeah. And one of the main pillar for making a successful product is user feedback. Sometimes it may be very harsh and you have to listen to their feedback. And if you are not just, just getting those harsh feedbacks, then I think either your product has no market, or either you are targeting wrong customers. So I think making the successful SaaS product is all about like these two things. So, Swapnil, did you face any challenges like not getting the customer feedback, like harsh feedback, or like did you face any kind of these kind of things with your any product?
Uh, so I have been getting feedback on like both of my products. Specifically, if I speak of Gate of Data as well, so I got paid customers. So I received feedback from them, and I actually like I'm always open to feedback, and I actually like if someone shares me their feedback and what can be improved in the product, because that as a founder helps me to build more features in it and see what are the things that users think when they are using the product and how it can be improved. What are the ways for doing for improving the product? So actually, I'm always welcoming the feedback and like when the users share me their feedback on what can be improved. uh, Harsh feedback, I will say, actually, someone has not spoken with me in a bad way, but always in a constructive way. Or I myself take it in a very constructive way when someone shares their feedback, like UI is not really good of the specific tool, or this features are really not really great in terms of UX, or this can be improved, or this is the feature that I would like, without which I wouldn't be able to use the product. So these are some of the feedback that I personally take it in a constructive way. But yeah, if a user does not speak with you in a really in a good way, they speak with you in a rude way, so you should ignore those type of users. I personally haven't seen that, but yeah, from what I have seen in heard from others, you may see that when you launch a product, and like especially in the chat support that you add. So because there are like anonymous messages, so you may get those sometimes. So you do not have to worry much about that. That are just like free people
Eh,
looking to waste their time.
Yeah, so did you use Hacker News?
Not yet. So currently what I'm focusing on is launching the API version of Ghetto Data. So it's right now a Chrome extension which allows you to extract data from any website with AI. Right now I'm focusing on the building the API version which will allow you to extract thousands or sometimes even millions of rows of data with API without getting blocked. So focusing on that. But after I have launched this MVP version, which I will be doing in within a week, I'll be focusing on the marketing channels. Mostly it will be SEO related, and yeah, articles on various platforms.
Yeah. So, like, I mean, what is your process for building the MVP? Like, even you build Ghetto Data. So, what was your process with the MVP building of Ghetto Data?
Sure. So I personally, when building Ghetto Data, saw that okay, I can create something related to data extraction. It's a side which is solving a major. It's a side which is solving a major problem if I build a product in it, like helping users extract data from any websites. And how can I do it in the most efficient way? And AI was also on the rise at that time, and so I saw like, can I implement AI to make data extraction easier for the users? And I while researching, like I thought of various ideas, like how can I make data extraction easier. And one idea I got is like creating a Chrome extension and extracting data from any website. Because like if you see in the market, there are, like if we speak about Chrome extensions, there are various tools in the market, like Google Maps scrapper you will see, LinkedIn profile scrapper you will see, and a lot of other scrappers that exist as a standalone application. So can I build a one single application which can work on all the websites and extract data with the help of AI? So I started trying out various things. uh, the idea itself was very interesting and it was solving a major problem. So I started exploring, and I saw like, okay, I can use AI in this and this way to solve this specific problem. So I created a small MVP, and then also made a list of like what are the features that I would personally want myself, because as a freelancer I'm always getting data extraction clients and uh, extracting data from various websites for them and creating bots, so I know like what are the needs of the users in this specific market. So I
Yeah,
made the list of those and went on to build those.
awesome. I mean, it's coming from personal experience. I mean, as a user, you would definitely love to use Ghetto data. And I think this is gonna be really interesting project. And even I'll try to like use the product can be useful for us. So I'm just looking
Definitely.
forward to see more features into Ghetto data, you know.
Sure. I'm excited to like showcase everyone the API version, because like it was really personally hard for me than the Chrome extension to launch this, because like I will be competing with like the top tech top companies in this specific industry. But yeah, like I the MVP itself is like one of the SaaS product is really doing well, and I saw that the MVP of ours is even better than theirs. So I think it's because like I have been in the data extraction field for long, so that's why was able to achieve it. But yeah, I'm excited to show the API version of Gato data.
That's awesome. Like you are competing top player of the industry.
Not yet, but yeah, let's see. I will try for it.
Yeah, it's in the process, I think. And
Yeah.
it's gonna be really exciting for you.
Yeah, definitely excited to show.
Yeah, you like, I mean, you are living a nomad life, I think. Yeah,
Uh, yeah, so yeah, right now, yeah, working remotely and trying to like give 2 to 3 hours every day on building the side project, which is Gateway.
yeah. So right now, where are you?
Yeah, so right now I'm in a city, Chhatrapati Sambhajinagar in Maharashtra. Previously it was known as Aurangabad. Now it's Chhatrapati Sambhajinagar. So I'm here in my hometown.
Yeah, so what is your day-to-day look like? I mean, you talk about, your day-to-day life on Twitter, but I
Yeah.
would definitely love to know more about it. Like, what is your day-to-day look like?
So I personally experiment a lot with my routine, but what I personally have found the best one work that works for me is like getting up early in the morning. So today as well, I woke up at like 6:30 a.m. or 6:30 to 7 a.m. and then I went for a walk. Here like we have a ground nearby, so I went for a walk there. Uh, and then like after coming back, uh, normally like today is Sunday, so I spend my time building my own project. But I come back till 8 a.m. and from 8 a.m. to 3 to 4 p.m. I work for my work full time on a for a company for a company called Grab Jobs. I'm a full stack software engineer there. So 7 to 8 hours I spent working on Grab Jobs features. Then I take a break for 1 and 1.5 hour, and after that like it gets really boring for me to sit at home working from here. So I grab my laptop and I just go to a cafe in the city, and there I spend like 2 to 3 hours working on my side project or SaaS project, I will say. And yeah, after that like I usually call my friend that I am done with the work, so you can come and meet me, or like I come back and spend my time with family.
I mean, that's really ideal schedule everyone should have. Like working, meeting with friends, spending time with family, and building a side project as well. That's awesome.
Yeah, yeah, like spending time with friends and family, I think it also refreshes me out, because like I am working like around 10 hours, 10 to 11 hours in front of a laptop. So that's a refreshing point for me.
Yeah, definitely. Like spending time, like quality time with family is really important for the growth and refreshing. And
Exactly.
just,
Yeah.
yeah. And yeah, I'm having a question. Like, if you are a CEO of a company and you have to build one of the most innovative and successful startup, who's gonna be, like if you have to build a 5-member team, so who's gonna be the member of that particular team? I mean, you can name anyone around the world, anyone.
Anyone. Means like famous one as well, or
Yeah, definitely anyone.
I personally would like to work with someone who I have worked with before, and there is a possibility that I can work with them. Like some of my friends I have met on Twitter, I would like to work with them. One is Sanskar Khandlewal, so he's my friend. I talk with him regularly. If possible, I would ask him if Ghetto Data goes to the next levels. I may ask him to join me, but if he's available. Another person is Uday. Uday on he's also on Twitter. He's a designer. He's a great designer, and he also helps me get feedback and also improve the designs. I always like I talk with him regularly, and he's really good friend of me. So personally, I would love to work with them both if possible in the future. But yeah, let's see how it goes if Ghetto Data grows to the next levels.
Yeah, I mean, that's awesome. Like you are already having your future team with you.
Yeah, like, but yeah, I will have to see their availability because yeah, they are already doing much very great in their fields. So yeah, let's see how it goes.
Yeah, to make a great product, I think some of the best people joins together.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm having just a last question. What are the two things that you would, like to see improvements into Pixelwand?
that's a good question. I personally actually saw your website, Pixelwand website, and I really like the landing page. So the improvements I think you can make here is I have it in front of me, the landing page. uh, when I click on plans, I do not see the pricing. Uh, what can be the pricing? So I see like we can schedule a call from here. But if I can get the idea of like the starting price of what you charge, so it can help me understand, take the idea of how much I'm gonna get, how much quote I'm gonna get from the team, from your team, and also like if it's in my budget, and what are the things I can expect. So one thing like you can make the pricing a little bit clear, or at least give the starting price, so that would be an improvement. I think other than that everything is good. Here I think here you have added an YouTube video. So it mentions Pixelwand on the cover page, right? So instead of that, if there is a dashboard of the project that you have already built, which is the cover of that specific video, then I think that can also be an improvement, because it shows them your previous projects. And from what I have seen in freelancing, clients usually like to see the past projects that you have done to get an idea of like, can you do their projects as well. So I think that can be a great addition. But yeah, other than that, everything looks good to me.
Yeah, those feedbacks are really important for the improvement.
Sure, glad to hear that, Dipen.
Yeah, so thank you so much, Swapnil, for joining us and sharing your important journey, like how we can build the SaaS products and scale those SaaS products. And you mentioned, I mean, a few learnings from your previous products. And I think like these lessons can be very helpful for new SaaS founders. And I think they are gonna learn a lot from it. So
Thank you so much, Dipendra, for inviting me. It was my pleasure being here, and it was great chatting with you, answering all the SaaS questions. I hope I did good. But yeah, thank you so much for inviting me.
definitely. Yeah, looking forward to connect in the future as well.
Definitely, definitely. I will start being more active on Twitter. Right now, I was like focusing completely on the API of Ghetto Data, but I think I will be spending more time now on Twitter, trying to allocate some time for Twitter as well. So yeah, let's stay connected and take Pixelwand and Ghetto Data both to the next levels.
Yeah, definitely. Yes. Have a good day, Swapnil. Bye bye.
Thanks, Dipendra.
Yeah.
Bye. Have a great day as well.